Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Seafood Sundays. Got some king salmon and some mahi mahi we finna whip up here. Now we gonna get into this thing today. Now part of the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of us like to eat fish and we don't like the way it tastes. Now, I'm a firm believer in eating healthy, but honestly, I just don't like the way fish tastes sometimes. So we're gonna get into it. Yeah. Alright, here again. So yeah, first we got some king salmon and we got some mahi mahi. What we're gonna do, y'all, is we're gonna rinse it off first. Let's get busy. Cold water only, no hot. Okay, rinse this real good. Get it turned. Yeah, rinse stuff real good. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna strain it out. Strain all that water out of there. Get that good old water. Now part of the thing is, guys, you got to make sure that you're not messing with no fish that's been sitting in the market for days. You got to get it fresh, and that's really your key into making sure that it don't taste all fishy. Because trust me, I love eating fish, but I just can't stand the way it tastes, man. It just sometimes it just tastes nasty. So yeah. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna let this drain all the water off, and then we're gonna get some Bock. Yep, I said it, Bock. Stay tuned, folks. Alright, y'all. So China, like I said, it's just regular Bock. You get it from your local grocery store, your convenience store, gas station, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna take this out here. Put this here in this bowl. Just like this. We're gonna get this out the way, put in there, and just give your fish a good smell. Make sure it doesn't smell bad or too overbearing, and then just go ahead and pour your shine on there. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of sort of brining the fish, but I'm mainly more soaking it in here in the shiner box just to get the fishy taste out of it. You're gonna eat healthy. You gotta like the way it tastes, and it ain't gotta always be unhealthy to enjoy it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let that sit. I normally like to let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, so that way the fishy taste dissipates from the fish. And then once that's done soaking, we're gonna get right back into it, y'all. All right, y'all. It's been about 20 minutes, so here's what I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna take this and put this to the side. All right, so what I like to do whenever I first get it out of the shiner or the beer or the Bock, I mean, you can use whatever you want to. You can use Bud Light, you can use Dos Equis, whatever beer you like the most. I just like shiner because I feel like it gives it a really good taste and a really good flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and pat them dry, bone dry. So all you want is get them real dry. We're gonna get into the seasoning, y'all. Hold on. All right, so we got the fish dry. All right, so that's my king salmon right there. And this is my mahi mahi. All right, so first thing I like to do is I like to always base my fish with some kind of oil, and preferably I like to use olive oil. It's olive oil, it's extra virgin. It really doesn't matter which olive oil you use, but I put a little bit on both sides. Just kind of give that a little pat. Pat it down a little bit. Pat that down on both sides. All right, next I like to use a key ingredient and taste. So garlic powder and onion powder are the two things that you can use that the tongue is gonna taste first. Excuse me. So, and then after I use my olive oil, here goes my garlic powder right here. Garlic powder. Sprinkle a little bit on that. Pat it down. You want to do this for both sides, y'all. So notice I'm starting with the garlic powder first. I mean, I like the taste of garlic, and I personally like the way it makes things taste and smell. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pat that down with some garlic powder. Next, we got your trusty faithy onion powder. Let's get it. Let's pat that down right there. Put that down. And this is just, you know, personal cooking, y'all. It's something I do all the time. Something I love to do. It just tastes really good. And, you know, I feel like if I can make my food taste good and it's still healthy, y'all can do the same thing, because really, it's a mind thing, y'all. But this right here is definitely a taste thing. All right, next, we got some black pepper. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, black pepper. Flip that over like that. Get that little sprinkle on both sides, you know what I'm saying? Get all up in there. Next, we got parsley flakes. Let's get it. Make sure you get that on both sides. You just want to make sure that you're patting this down and patting it in. Now, normally after seasoning this stuff, y'all, I'll let it sit in the refrigerator for about 2 days before I start using it. And then before you know it, you just got a bunch of different pieces of fish that you can take, pop it in the oven at 350 for at least 20 minutes at a time, and you got your meal there. So next thing I like to do is I like to use a little bit of paprika, and this goes on both of the fishes. You go real close. Now I had to get that top off. Put a little bit on it, y'all. Make sure you're getting it on both sides. Make sure you're seasoning both sides really well. And I mainly find that this is really good for baking or char grilling. To me, in personal, I mean, you know, everybody's got an oven in their home, so everybody reverts to that baking. But you know, if you're one of those few people that love the char grill, this is definitely a great recipe for you to go to. It's very quick, it's very effective, and just to get the fish taste out, you don't have to let it sit. But I personally like to let it sit because it will literally taste like whatever you season it with times 10. The flavor will run very, very deep throughout the entire fish. All right, so I got my whitefish mahi. I got my king salmon over here. Stay tuned. All right, another key ingredient I like to talk about is Louisiana hot sauce. Now, this stuff here is red. It's really, really rich in flavor, and it really helps to succumb any kind of extra flavors that you may kind of taste, and it also helps to neutralize everything that you've seasoned your fish with. So I like to use this only on redfish. Don't never use it on whitefish. I mean, to each his own, but for me, this is how it works best. I use it only on redfish, and notice that this fish is red, and it really much goes with the color and the texture of the fish and really the flavor. So I'll just take that, pat it a little bit. Now just imagine that sitting in your fridge for, let's say, 2 days, and you go to cook it. Oh my God, that thing's gonna be so juicy. It's gonna taste so good. But mainly, you know, this is for all my people that have problems with eating this stuff just because the way it tastes. Now, I love being healthy. All right, so we got the redfish. Now, next is the whitefish. So what I personally like to use for whitefish is, yes, it's teriyaki marinade sauce. So this stuff is really good. It works really well on any kind of white meat. You can use it on red meat, red fish, or anything, and it'll give it a really good flavor. But personally, I like to use this on the white meat, on the white fish, on the mahi. So let's get into it. So you can pour a little bit, pour a fair amount. Now notice that this sauce says marinade, so the longer you let it sit, the better it'll taste. And you can do this pretty much with anything that you like to prep, you know, for a large occasion, a large sitting, a large outing. So notice on this side of my pan, I've got my mahi and it's white, and then I've got my salmon and it's red. So I've got hot sauce and teriyaki sauce. So you don't want to mix the two. Stay tuned. All right, for the final ingredient in my salmon seasoning, boom, magic salmon seasoning. You can get this from HEB, you can get it from Walmart. We personally got it from HEB. But yeah, I take a little bit of this, sprinkle that on my salmon on both sides. had that. This is really good. Good stuff. Smells really good, really flavorful. All right, so that's that for the salmon. That's for any kind of redfish that you may like or you want to taste. Next, we have my favorite, chili pecans and serranos on top. So these are just dried. You got a mixture of different colors in here. You got greens, you got orange, you got red, and these are chili pecans. Basically, they're grown out in the wild, and they survive without a lot of attention. You can pretty much take these and let them dry out and add them to any one of your dry rubs, and it'll make, oh my God, it'll make 100% difference. But anyways, I'll take a few of these in my hand, just break them up. Type it here. Now, if you don't like spicy stuff, this may not be for you. Doesn't really matter what color it is. I just make sure I just cover the top of it. And this gives it a kick, but it also gives it a better flavor in the end. And well, I'm telling you, this stuff right here, it'll make you slap the crap out of somebody. All right, so I'm gonna give this a good flip. I am doing this with one hand, so just bear with me, please. Get a few more, sprinkle those on there. Alrighty. Next, you want to preheat your oven to 350. I mean, personally, I think that's the best temperature at cooking fish because it's not too dry and it's not too moist. I kind of like mine's right on the verge of being crispy, but really, really moist on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you where I got my oven set at 350, and I'm pretty sure it's ready. So what I like to use is a glass dish. I mean, you can use, this glass dish, whatever suits your needs. And so, of course, you got to put something down. A lot of people spray Spam, but personally, I use olive oil. It's healthier. It's a lot better. Just give it a dash. I don't cover this with any foil because I want it to cook from the top down. Yes, although heat is rising, I want the fish to cook from the top down. It's already going to be cooking from the bottom. Go ahead and set that in there. And this is just a round circular glass dish, y'all. I don't like using titanium or steel or any kind of aluminum pans because when you cook it, it just gives it a really weird flavor. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but whenever you cook something in glass versus whenever you cook it in metal, it just really has an obscure taste difference. And if you really like eating things that are baked, then you would really, understand the concept. So we're gonna bake in this glass dish. We're not gonna put any aluminum foil on top. We're gonna let this sit in there for 20 minutes. And we're gonna see what it looks like after. All right, stay tuned. And into the oven she goes. Boom. Top rack. Now, folks, there's another thing I want to talk to you guys about while doing this. I mean, this is safe. I'm not infusing this food with alcohol in any kind of way. If you want to feed this to your children, it's fine. If you want to eat this yourself, if you don't consume alcohol and you still want to try this recipe, it's totally fine. It's not going to get you drunk. It's not going to harm you in any kind of way. It's not going to cause you any kind of liver or kidney failure because you're not consuming this. The only thing you're doing is you're pretty much brining your fish in beer, China Bock, just to get the stagnant taste of fish out. Now, fish is, it's part of Mother Nature. It's in the water. It's something that's always going to be there. So, I mean, it's always going to naturally have a taste. But, I mean, if you don't like fish and it's healthier for you and you can make it taste like chicken, heck, why the heck not? I mean, I don't think this is going to taste like chicken, but it definitely won't taste like fish. This is for your real fish connoisseurs, for people that actually enjoy fish, but just do not like the fishy taste. And there are all different kind of ways to do this, but by far I think this is the best, the quickest, the easiest, the tastiest, and it's something that you do not have to wait a very long time for. This is instantly ready within Not instantly ready, excuse me, instantly ready to cook within 15 to 20 minutes after you cook it. I mean, some people prefer to put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for a little while and then cook it. But I mean, hey, if you're starving and you're new to this and you haven't already done this, please try this. You will not regret this. This will be some of the best tasting fish that you've ever eaten in your life. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Alright, so right back to it. Back down with the garlic powder first, y'all. Do that for both sides. Personally, I eat it both ways. I let it sit and I also cook it right on the go. Especially if I got it straight from the store or if I went out and caught it and cooked it myself. Now remember guys, the key to this is fresh fish. You cannot get something that smells like crap and expect to make it taste like water. If you want your fish to taste like water, then this is the way to do it. Now, eating healthy is the way to go. And I've also been changing up my diet. And I just wanted to incorporate a few things because, you know, it is mind over matter, but, you know, there's got to be a different way to eat healthy. You know, you can't just eat healthy and you're like, oh, I dread eating healthy. You know, it's gotta taste good. And this is one definite way to make eating healthy taste good. Now, I'm staying away from chicken. I'm staying away from beef. I'm staying away from pork. I'm staying away from anything that is not seafood. So my roots are from Louisiana. You know, we do a lot of seafood, and you know, I've had a lot of sickness and disease in my family from family members that, you know, like to drink a lot and eat a lot of things that aren't prepared right, you know. But you know, I'm a firm believer in eating healthy and cooking right, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw down some more parsley on that. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but yeah, I grow these myself. My grandfather first got me on growing chili pekins when I was a kid, and I never knew what they were, but sometimes he would trick me and tell me that it was candy, and I'd go to eat one of those things, and boy, let me tell you, it used to light me up. I'd be lit up. But not to mention, you know, getting older and, you know, learning how to cook from our elders, you know, just taught me a lot of things about the profile of flavor and taste. You know, if you got something that is hot to the bite, but the hotness doesn't last, it's got the perfect amount of kick and the perfect amount of flavor. Oh man, what more can you ask for? Especially if you're like, oh crap, man, you know, I just went to the doctor, or, you know, you wake up in one morning in the mirror and you realize, man, I need to lose some weight. Hey, that's the first step. Second step is realizing what you can do. And you're like, dang, you know, man, I can eat fish, or I can, you know, eat seafood and start eating vegetables and, you know, eating fruit. It's a balance of things. But this is one of the main places where you want to start because, you know, this is your protein, you know, essential building blocks of your daily character. You know, this is what you need to make sure that you thrive, that you get up, that you're healthy, you know, you got good muscle growth, you know, you're not lazy, and, you know, just keep in mind that we're doing this journey together. And what other better way than to start to show you some on-the-go moves? And this is just the beginning. So, yeah, back to it. I know how to pretty much cook any seafood recipe that there is. You know, if there's anything in particular y'all want to see, y'all want to do, just let me know. I'm down to show you whatever. I also have a really good seafood boil recipe that a lot of people have never really thought about, and it doesn't really include using, a whole bunch of lime juice, lemon juice, a bunch of crab oil. A lot of the nutrients that I use are organic. They're herbs. And they also offset the flavor of crab. Like, how many of you guys, have ever eaten something that was prepared by the right hands, but eating something that was prepared by the wrong hands just kind of ruined the experience all in one? Yep, that's me. I used to go to Papados just to sit there and eat their salmon, and I could never ever really figure out what the heck they use. These restaurants, they don't like to tell you their recipes. They want to keep everything sacred, which I understand. That's what it takes to run a business, and those are the terms of the business. I mean, I totally understand that. It's okay. That's what we got each other for. So yeah, back to the white meat. Let's go ahead and get our teriyaki. Go ahead and season that. And guys, remember, I'd say after a total of about 6 days or maybe even a week, especially if you get this fresh, you can go for about a week. You can let this sit up in your fridge for up to 5 days. And each and every time you pull this out to cook another piece, it'll be even more delicious and more delicious than it was the first time. So that's what marinating is all about. But if you really want to eat this healthy, like be on the go, like I run an appliance repair business, and I don't always have time in the morning to really pull things out and cook them, So what I do is I prep my meals for the week. As you can see, these fishes are pretty darn big. Each of these per meal. So you figure, you wake up in the morning, you eat a piece of salmon, you eat some spinach, it's on the go. Spinach already cooked. We'll get into that on another video. The size that I use with my fish. 20 minutes in the morning, and you got something that's smelling good. It's got you drooling. It's healthy. It's packed full of omegas 3, 6, and 9s. It's right from the ocean. It's fresh. It doesn't smell like fish. It smells just like water. And it's ready to go. Y'all stay tuned. I want to show you my chili pekin plant. So this is a really big chili pekin plant. This thing produces, it's perennial. So that means that you get peppers pretty much all year round. It's mature enough to the size to where it produces, and it doesn't stop. It's got kind of like a hybrid thing going on. It's got all different colored peppers on there. One side you got long peppers, and the other side you got short stubby peppers. These are referred to as bird chili peppers, and all you have to do is pull a few off, let them dry out. You can then take the seeds out, plant them in a pot, and water them, and voila, within about 2 to 3 months, you'll start getting these too, and you can use them. All right, y'all. That was a little bitty clip and glimpse of my plant. Got a whole garden to cover. Yeah, back to this fish. Man, look at that. Doesn't that look good? That looks delicious. Tasty. I mean, if you eat sushi, my guy, my girl, my friends, this is for you. This is for you, my friend. This is very, very good stuff. I want you to take this and I want you to eat it every morning. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I can do voice impersonation. Is really good. Something I've always practiced doing. But when something is so good and it just makes you just want to just start talking different, you can kind of correlate and relate. But yeah, you can take this and store it for about a week in any kind of a Tupperware bowl. What I do is I just take my salmon, I scoot it to one side, and this is king salmon, by the way, not just salmon. Then I take my mahi, I put it on one side, stack it, voila, put the lid on it, bam, put it in the fridge. Y'all, we're gonna take a peek, see what it's looking like. Oh my God. Slow cooking at 350 on the top rack in the oven. My God. That looks amazing, wouldn't you say? It looks very amazing. Yes, it does. All right, y'all. So there's a bunch of different ways to cook fish. You know, if y'all made it this far in the video, thank you so much. If you like the content and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. More content coming soon. And we're going to stay here until this fish is done. But yeah, just expect a new video, new banging video to be dropping every Sunday, y'all, because this is like Seafood Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Seafood Sundays. It's on Sunday. Everybody thinking about what they can do to better themselves for the week ahead. You know, everybody thinking about eating different, eating healthier, doing this and doing that. Well, what better way to start than to start with something that you like, but you're skeptical of because you can't fix it. Don't run down to Papa Do's. Don't run down to the seafood places because they're going to charge your arm and a leg for something that you can cook at home. Just tune in with your boy and let's get healthy together. And if you know somebody that like fish, tag them in this video. Show them this video because they need to see it. They need to know what this tastes like. All of this stuff tastes amazing. And let me tell you, man, like, I've got very sensitive taste buds. Very sensitive taste buds. Like, I love food. The right kind of food. But if it's not prepared right, it's horrible. So I want to be able to eat the things that I like. I like to be able to eat healthy. And eating healthy does not have to taste bad. So, I mean, you know, a lot of people fear that they may miss out on something, or they may lack something, or they may have to continue to eat this crap for a certain amount of time and it don't taste good. I mean, truth is, if it don't taste good, then it's probably good for you, especially if it comes down to eating healthy. I mean, the best things for you normally taste the worst, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can agree with me on that one. But man, I'm telling y'all, y'all definitely got to stay tuned and be tuned when I do my seafood boil, because I'm coming at y'all with some stuff that y'all ain't never seen. I know a lot of y'all done seen people put a lot of crab oil, a lot of orange juice, a lot of lime juice, a lot of lemon juice, a lot of garlic, a lot of onions, a lot of this other crap. But you know, like I said, I like to stay organic, and I like to use things that really infuse flavor, you know, with meats and all. Gotta understand that things definitely taste better when it's seasoned properly. We gotta give her another peek. Is she done yet? Mom, are they done yet? I don't know. Not quite yet. It's only been about 10 minutes. Let's give it another 10. You know, the best part about this is, you know, just being able to accommodate all the stuff for the right occasion. You know, you gotta have what you need to cook good. Gotta stay with it. You know what I mean? Alright guys, it's been about 20 minutes. We're gonna come back at you with a report. Alright, so here we are, 20 minutes later. Now, a lot of people will argue, but I find that it's cooked right amount at the top to the bottom. And it's pretty good. So let's get a close-up on this. I'll recut it. And would you look at that? It's cooked and it's steaming, y'all. And it's gonna be very moist and just a little bit crispy on top. Thank you guys for cooking with me today. Signing out.